Jody. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to show you this fall card using new stamp set called For All Things and new designer paper called Color Me Autumn. Both of these are in the new holiday catalog from Stampin' Up! So let's go ahead and get started. The card base is Mossy Meadow. It's 5.5 by 8.5 inches, and then just fold it in half to make the card. And then I have a piece of the Color Me Autumn designer paper. A lot of people that have seen this card have asked if this is stamped. They just, it's a really beautiful paper. And of course, they're all double-sided, so you've got options on the back. This piece is 3 inches by 4 inches, and I'm mounting that on a layer of old olive cardstock that is 3.25 by 4.25 inches. One of the things I like about this card is just the dynamic between the old olive and the mossy meadow. Both green tones, but just with the way the shading is in the designer paper, both of those really work well together. So before I attach this to the card, I'm going to pull in some Blackberry Bliss ribbon. Blackberry Bliss and Mossy Meadow are both new in colors. I'm going to just set this right about here and just go ahead and flip this over, and what I'll do is just tack it onto the back. It's hard to get the ribbon to cut, exactly at the edge of the cardstock, and you don't want it to fray or unravel, so I find it easiest just to tack it down on the back. And then, like in this case, if I need to straighten it out a little bit, I can just peel that up and stick it back down without any problems. Okay, so then this layer will get attached to the card base. And then I will start working on the focal point. So I grabbed some scrap of Very Vanilla cardstock and Mossy Meadow ink with the stamp from the set For All Things, and it says Grateful for You. So I'm just going to stamp that image down here, and then I'll use my decorative label punch. Just slide that right over it so I can line it up, get it exactly how I want it, and pop that out. This is going to get raised up with some Stampin' Dimensionals. So I'll just put one on the top here, and I'll put another dimensional on the bottom. That way it kind of fits over the ribbon, so I'm not just attaching this piece to the ribbon. If I put it here and here, it might only stick to the ribbon. This way I can make sure it's actually sticking to the paper behind. And then the last thing I have is one of our new gold buttons, and I tied this bow with some linen thread ahead of time, and I'll pull in some of our mini glue dots. So what I'm going to do is take the glue dot and just set the linen thread on here and pick the glue dot up, and I'll just fold it over a tiny bit on the back there and set it right on the gold button. And then I'll take the gold button and press that onto glue dots as well, and just pick them up like that, and then attach it to the project right here. Now I want to pull in my original card once more and have you do a quick comparison. I'm not sure if it's obvious right away. These cards are identical except for one thing. On this card on the left, there's some sponging around the designer paper, and I just want to show you what I did for that. I'll leave them like this so you can kind of compare. Again, not a huge difference, but just a really special touch with the gold ink. So I took the gold ink and a sponge dauber, and all I did around the edge of this designer paper went like this, and just added some gold by using a sponge dauber right around the edge of the designer paper. So if you notice, I'll pull them up again, just that slight difference with the gold around the edges. Either way, whether or not you add that gold ink, it's a very quick and creative card with some gorgeous new products in the Stampin' Up! Holiday catalog. Thanks so much for watching. For daily creative inspiration or to place an order, visit my blog. You can also find me on Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram.